Welcome back as we continue with Living Room Sports here on KDKA. Max Starks, Willie Parker, two guys that were instrumental in a play that has stood now for 14 years as a record Super Bowl history, a 75-yard touchdown run. Willie, let's start with you. When did you know that play was going to be destined for 6 points?
Probably, when was it? It was real quick. I'm trying to rethink the play. They did a hell of a job up front. As soon as I got the ball, I did my counter step, and when I was coming back, I saw nothing but green grass. I seen the safety bowl where he was kind of playing two holes, and then I kind of lured him outside and then hit the hole. Then I knew it was touchdown. I knew no one could catch me or no one gonna touch me. But going back to what Max said, like every single play in the huddle, what a lot of people don't understand, like when we lined up in the huddle and they called a running play, I used to tell the lineman, hey, meet me in the end zone. That's the confidence we had in one another. Like, no matter if we hurt, no matter what the case was, we always, and we was excited doing it. Like, and then, like, if somebody messed up, like, Ben come back to the huddle and he was like, come on, man. Like, if I miss the ball, like, he come back to the huddle, Willie, come on, man. You better than that. Like, catch the ball. Like, man, next time I'm not even gonna throw you the ball. But then he'll laugh at me, be like, I'm coming right back to you next time. Then he'll come right back to you. It's the love we had for one another. And that line, everything. I was so comfortable back there. They made my job so much easier than it would have been anywhere else.
Hey, do you guys remember what the play call was? And was that the only option there?
Counter 34 Pike.
Yeah.
Counter 34 Pike.
Because I memorized that one because that was our only single back counter, and I was like, man, this is my favorite play because I get to double team with Kendall, and as long as we get the Mike backer, I know Red's gonna get the strong side man. I'm like, it can be great, and I know after I got that block, I just looked downfield. I'm like, he's gone. That's it. FWP, right down to the pay dirt.
Whenever you get to Super Bowls, a lot of plots and subplots. One of the biggest ones that we talked about all week leading up to that was Jerome Bettis going home. Willie, what did it mean to you to win a Super Bowl in Jerome's hometown?
Jerome, winning that Super Bowl for Jerome, all season long, we knew it was his last year. And every day in practice, we just worked harder and harder and harder. And one thing I realized, like even today, when you working for something, when you have a purpose for something, it puts that much more emphasis in your daily job. It puts more emphasis on how you like approach something. So every game, when we won, we like look at Jerome and, you know, hey, we're almost there. We're almost there. And I just remember like just seeing the smile and then going for Good Morning America and just having the whole team in his home and then going and actually winning the Super Bowl after that. Man, it was just, it seemed unreal. I know I pinched myself 1,000 times that next morning. I was in the bed. I was like, man, did we just do that? Like, did we just win the Super Bowl? Like, man, I was dreaming all my life as a little kid about this Super Bowl game, this imaginary game. And now I had a chance to play in it. And not only that, win it for such a high caliber, like, person as Jerome, Hall of Fame, like, you know, athlete, like he just, you know, a stand-up guy. And just I had a chance to be a part of that. I think it meant everything, and it was super exciting.
You know, it was a special moment because you knew what it took to get to that point. Like for us to even get to Detroit, it took a lot of focus. It took that famous players only meeting with Joey Porter and then Jerome speaking up about it and refocusing because we were on a 3-game losing streak and we had to beat Chicago. Every push on the road from Cincinnati to Indianapolis to Denver, and it just felt like, okay, this is supposed to happen. And then you get to Detroit, and to be in Jerome's hometown / my mother's hometown, because my mom's from Detroit, Michigan. So to cut is almost like a homecoming for me as well, even though it was Jerome's moment. It felt special for me to come back home to my mom's hometown to play there and to win it and share that moment, you know, not only with Jerome, but to have a personal connection to it as well was truly special.
All right, Max, thanks very much. That's an amazing story and one that I know people have not heard yet, so thank you for that. When we come back, we're going to put Fast Willie and Max Starks to the test. Pick a side. That's next right here on Living Room Sports.